everybody, we are here at GenCon 2015, and we have
oh my gosh,
Twin Shadows.
Oh my
the
gosh.
first box release for Imperial Assault. I'm here. We're excited.
Yeah.
We're going to run down some of the cards in this box.
First of all, look who's on the cover of this Twin Shadows. Someone we all know and love.
He's not in the box, though.
Mr. Fed himself? Really?
He's not in the box.
He's flying away from the box.
He is flying away from the
I'm
box.
out of here. I don't want to be
He's pictured in the box. You ready to dive in?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. First up, Heavy Stormtrooper. Whew. More Stormtroopers. 6 points, 3 reinforcement costs. So during a campaign scenario, Imperial players pay 3 to put another one back in.
Group of 2.
Group of 2. Little hashes over there. 6 health. 3 speed. He's a slow guy, like super slow. Black defense, so he's armor. He rolls a blue and a red. That's a great combination. Blue offering range, red offering damage. Heavy hitter. Let's see what he does.
He's got +2 accuracy.
That seems okay.
Yep, which goes right along with that blue dice.
And that super slow speed. You got to be able to hit from forever away.
He's got a surge for damage, for an extra damage, and he's got blast 1.
Blast. Okay, Imperial gets blast.
This is the first Imperial character that has blast?
I think it's the first Imperial with blast. We've seen this in other cards, and this is AoE damage, right? So let's say you have like this. Oh, it's a Tuscan next to another Tuscan.
How'd you get that, Zach?
And you're the Imperial player, and you have the Stormtrooper, and you shoot, and you hit 1, you can blast. Everything next to the model being shot takes an extra damage.
Kabloomers.
Super good,
Yep.
especially if they're command cards that give you extra blast, which is what makes the Saboteur so sick. And then he has composite plating. I bet you that's no good.
Well, see, he's real slow, so probably this doesn't help him at all for being real slow and like away from the fray at all.
We'll see about that. While defending, if the attacker is 4 or more spaces away, you're not going to be far away because he's so slow, apply +1 block to your defense results. So this guy's hard to kill. That's what we've learned. He shoots from a long way away. He does a decent amount of damage. He can
6
blast.
health.
And he gets extra free blocks if you're 4 or more away. So,
And 6 health is worthwhile. That is, I believe, double the normal Stormtrooper.
that is approximately 100% double.
Double with an extra defense.
Let's
Goodness
talk about
gracious, could it get anything better?
Elite version. For 2 more points, he's elite. 4-point reinforcement costs 2 models in the group. 8 health, so he's gaining 2 health here. 3 speed the same, attack dice the same, +2 accuracy. This time though, he surges for an extra 2 damage. More importantly, blast 2. Blast 2. This is what makes the elite saboteurs so good, and this is what makes this so good.
Oh my gosh.
Blast 2. He has the same composite plating, which is an extra defense die on 4 or more away. So, let me tell you, Blast 2 in skirmish is insanity.
Yes. Yes.
You play officer regardless, and they just like spread like flies.
It changes the way that you play the game because you no longer can put your guys next to each other.
And 2 of the best models in the game want to be next to each other: royal guards and officers. So, very interesting.
Very
answer.
interesting.
Very
Very
painful.
interesting.
So now we get to. I didn't even know I was this excited about this card or these models.
The Tuscans.
We got Tuscans.
I love the Tuscans.
Tuscans are in the game. We saw the Tuscan on the Bantha they previewed, and it's
Oh,
insanity.
goodness gracious.
There's a picture in the booth. We should
Yes.
get that.
Well,
Anyways,
we've gotten it.
let's talk about the Tuscan. 5 points, 2 reinforcement costs. That's
What?
good. 2
Whoa,
reinforcement
so if
costs.
they're on the board, they're staying on the board. Is what you're telling
You
me.
got to kill them all, or you
You
really
gotta-
just don't attack
Which
them.
is extremely flavorful. They're the Tuscans.
There's 2 of them. 4 health, 4 speed, so they're average. Black defense tie armor. They roll a red and a green in melee.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Red, lots of damage. Green.
For a surge, they have weaken.
Weaken. Zach, I've never read that word
alert.
before
Weaken
in my
alert.
life.
Weaken.
I couldn't spell it. This is new to me.
Weaken. I'm gonna go ahead and put a weaken card up
Put
here.
a weaken card up there.
Weaken. It's a harmful condition. It's a token.
Okay.
While attacking, apply -1 surge to the attack results. While defending, apply -1 surge cancel to the defense results. Discard this condition at the end of your activation.
So you cannot take an action to get rid of it. Once you're weakened, you're weakened. Unlike
Until you
every
go.
other
Until you
condition in
go.
the game.
This is crazy because look, I attack Vader first action and I weaken him, and now it's like either go with Vader or he's weakened from everything else that's about to happen.
Oh my gosh.
Did it just hit you how good that was?
Yes, that just hit me.
That's
How
real
was it?
good. All right, we also have Cleave 1, so you can hit something else that's next to you, which makes sense because they have the gaffy sticks. Nailed it.
Yes.
Hit this
I was
guy,
trying
hit
to
that
think of
guy.
that.
Oh man, I kept thinking Utini stick, and I was like, that's just so
That's
wrong.
right.
I couldn't think of good. By the way, I can't wait till we have Jawas. We have Jawas, I will freak out.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to flip a
And
table at
Ewoks,
GenCon if we get Jawas.
Ewoks, I will field an entire table of Ewoks just to annoy my
You're
opponent.
getting me too excited. Zach.
Anyways, Cleave 1, and then we see something else we've never seen.
Habitat Desert.
What does that mean?
What
it
does
means,
that mean?
In skirmish, it means nothing.
That 0.
Just
0
nothing.
things.
But in campaign mode, it
Which is
means
so
the
cool.
Imperial player cannot field this unit unless there's at least 1 tile on the board with that habitat. So in this case, desert. If there's not a desert tile on the board, you cannot use Tuscans.
You got to love that flavor.
You know what they don't do? They don't leave the sand.
They don't leave the sand. They're sand people.
Now, on the map, they can leave the sand. They can go in and capture someone or kill
But only if
someone
they start, only if there's sand around.
There has to be sand.
And that, you would think that...
You're never going to find a Tuscan on Hoth.
Right.
Ever.
Just not going to do it.
Never. All right, and then they also have Tuscan Cycler, the action. Perform a ranged attack using 1 blue dice and 1 red die. You cannot use abilities during the stack, so you can't use weaken and cleave during the attack because you're shooting and not cleaving.
They're not shooters.
But this is that's really cool. You see this in the core set with Luke Skywalker. He naturally has a gun, but he also carries his dad's lightsaber that he can just hit you with. He's not super good with it, but it's a lightsaber. In this case, it's the reverse, right? They can shoot you. They're not super proficient shooters, but they can shoot you. And sometimes that's really important because 4 speed doesn't get you close enough to punch.
It's enough.
So the Tuscan Raider.
Well, and hold on. It's 3 costs right there for 4 health. Right? And we all know health is super important in skirmish.
3 costs?
5 costs for 4 health.
Yeah.
It's super important in skirmish because you can do 3 to, let's say, a stormtrooper, whereas you would do 4. He stays on the board the extra round and becomes a threat the next time.
Yeah.
So, 5 for 4. What does the red one say?
The red one. Well, before we go to the red one, now I have to mention something about this. A 5-point activation for Scum is hypercritical. The Trandoshans are a little expensive. That was their cheapest model. Or no, Nexu was, but Nexu doesn't count.
Nexu dies way too fast.
No,
I want to like it.
It's just that it's
every
it's
time I run an Nexu in campaign, they're like, oh no, Nexu! Ha! Oh well, there goes the Nexu.
Yeah.
Every single time.
A 5-point solid activation for the Scum is actually super important. Now, what happens when you pay 7? I'll tell you what happens.
You get 7. 7 costs for 7 health. Last was 5 for 4. This is a huge health upgrade.
That is crazy. So 2 more points, 1 more point for each model, and you get 3 extra health. That's almost double. You get the same speed, the same attack dice, the same defense. You also get 1 automatic damage, just +1. You get weaken, you get cleave 1, and then you have the rest of the stuff the same. So 2 points.
Don't want to mess with these guys.
They will knock you out.
No, they'll knock you out. Put them on the board. It's a problem. They've got all the same stuff other than that, but the 7 health for me is really a big deal.
It's really good.
Yeah.
All right, next up we have the heroes from the box set. Now it's important to note we're not going to cover the other models that come out in this wave: Boba Fett, R2D2, C-3PO,
in this video.
And Rain. I think Rain. That might be wrong. But we're going to do videos for each of them because they have their own box. But the cards are included.
That's right.
In this box, and you get tokens like you did with the core set for like Chewie and Han.
Yeah, it's very important. You buy that box set, you get the cards, you can play with them on the board. But we also got the ones with the models, so to make it all pretty, we're going to do it in a different video.
Which is the reality is you're gonna buy both. All right, so the first hero is Biv Bodrick.
I'm so glad you had to read that set of
Bodrick. I don't know.
Biv.
I'm gonna call him Biv. 9 points. That's not cheap. That's almost Luke Skywalker territory. He's a rebel. He's a hunter and a brawler, which can be important. A lot of command cards that trigger off that.
He's also ludicrous, as you will find out.
Look how angry he is. Anyways, 8 health, 4 speed, 1 defense die. He shoots with a blue, a red, and a yellow. That's Luke's. That's real good.
But let's say on the blue, the red, and the yellow, he's still like 2 accuracy away. What would you do?
Well, maybe you would surge for +2 accuracy and +1 damage.
And +1 damage at the same time?
And then you could also surge for +1 damage.
Oh my gosh,
on the other ability. So he does some stuff, all right? So those dice are really good. Blue's going to get you the range, red's going to get you the damage, and yellow's going to get you the surge. And between the surge on the red and blue, you're going to get surge. So you're pretty much looking at accuracy +1 on most attacks as well.
Yep, and +2 damage on everything. I mean, your surges turn into damages bar none with this guy.
Yep, absolutely. All right, he has an action. Close
this is
and
crazy
personal.
to me.
Is it?
Yes.
I haven't read it.
I was reading this beforehand. I'm going to just watch Zach's face as he reads through this.
I'm going to be super serious. Perform a melee attack using 1 red and 1 yellow die. Then if the target was not defeated, perform your ranged attack with the same target? What? What? That's so good! That's incredible.
Keeping in mind that he gets +2 damage for pretty much everything he does because he's going to roll surges. And those surges are going to turn into damage automatically.
I mean, he's not going to roll a surge. He'll roll a surge on that melee attack. He's got that yellow. He's back in the yellow. Okay, so that's really it, right? No, he's got more. Into the fray. While defending, if you are within 3 spaces of 2 or more hostile figures, apply +1 block to the defense results. So you get up in there, and then you're hard to hit.
Yep. Yeah. This is my kind of guy. Like if I was in the campaign, I would play this guy.
This is your kind of guy.
I love running in there and just like and going after somebody with like an assault rifle. Like when I used to play
That's this
Halo all
guy.
the time. It was just like I'm just gonna run in and
Look
kill
at
as
this
many
guy.
people I can before they knock me down.
He's got that gun.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing you're picturing when you picture this guy is.
I'm
Right?
so in. I'm so in on this
All right,
guy.
Biv,
He's
doing
my bro.
it. All right, now I'm gonna be honest.
She's also my bro.
She is my bro. Sasuke Teft, 6 points. Rebel, 7 health. That's solid. 4 speed. She rolls a white dice, so you better pray for that dodge. And she rolls a yellow and a green. This is okay so far.
It's okay.
It's not impressive.
Okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
She has +1 accuracy, which is good
It's all right.
because she's not rolling a blue.
No. So you give her a little bit of accuracy.
But she has
everything
3
works
surge
out.
abilities. She has +1 accuracy, +1 damage, Pierce 1, and Weaken. Weaken
These double surge abilities
are cool.
are cool.
And then +1 damage. So these are all good.
All things you want.
And the 6-point range, I mean, we're looking at. I mean, you could have packed saboteurs here. So let's see what we get.
Okay.
She has an action, unstable device. Choose a space within 3 spaces and roll a yellow die. Each figure on or adjacent to that space suffers damage equal to the damage results. Then you suffer 1 damage. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You may tell you
What?
what's awesome? Not allowing Imperial officers to roll a defense die. They can't dodge. They don't get bonuses from royal guards.
Oh, you're right.
So you pick a space within 3. Each figure on or adjacent just suffers damage.
Yes.
I love this ability.
Let me tell you.
Tell me.
In the campaign.
Also, this is not an attack. You can also attack.
Ooh, that's very important.
Go ahead, sorry.
Very
Go
important.
ahead.
Well, in the campaign, I remember every time the players get a grenade, it ruins my day.
And grenades do this effect.
Grenades do that effect because it's just like, well, sorry, all your guys now are exploded. Again, changes the way you play the game, just like Blast, just like anything else.
Yeah.
But this is like some serious damage because, again, they don't get to roll the dice. No one gets to roll the dice. Doesn't have to hit. This is pretty much an automatic hit, right?
Yeah,
It is
you
an
just
automatic
roll
hit.
the die.
It's an automatic hit. If
There
you
is
get
one side of
damage-
there's one side of the yellow die that's just range and surge.
Okay. But if you get damage, you get damage.
They take the damage
Okay.
straight up. There's no evading it. There's none of that baloney.
Insta damage is always
And there's no
not allowing
defensive
people
buffs.
to
It's
defend.
direct damage.
Yeah.
Now, let me be honest. The reason you run her is nothing we've said so far.
Can you believe it?
The reason you run her is because she has shady contacts. Check this out. Tim is going to freak out. He's behind the camera. He's going to freak out. You may include up to 1 non-upgrade scum deployment card in your army.
Hey there, Boba. Welcome to the Rebel.
For no reason. She's just connected to the shady people. You, my lady, are beautiful. You just get to run a scum card.
Want some Tuscans? We
No,
got Tuscans?
No. You want Boba Fett.
Well, you want Boba Fett.
Have you seen Boba Fett? You will in one of our videos, and he's insanity.
Crazy.
All right, so that's Sasuke.
So if you wanted to run these people as campaign people,
You wouldn't want to do that.
you wouldn't want to do that. But if you did, here's what they would look like. Let me prop them up here.
Oh, Biv, look at that gun. He's even got the Rebel logo on the gun.
Oh, that's
The
really
Rebels
cool.
are so legit, they have their logo on things now.
That's really cool. That's really
And
cool.
his arm, look, he's so rebelled up.
That's really cool.
There's no way you don't think he's a rebel.
So
Anyways, go ahead.
obviously he can punch anything. Not so good at seeing stuff. He's all right as a techie.
Skill test, yeah.
Up close and personal, deadly precision is new. You for one strain,
You can reroll an attack die.
Reroll an attack die. Not a bad idea. 13 health, 4 endurance,
13 health is
speed.
insanity.
Is it?
Right?
I'm always just trying to kill
10
him.
is average.
10 is average. Well, then he's
10
looking
is
real
average.
good.
And
So
then
he's
we
bloody.
see close
What
and
we got
personal.
over here?
Same thing. Close and
Close
personal.
up, close
uses
and
the other
personal.
one. Solid hero.
Solid hero.
Solid hero.
Moving on to Sasuke. Techie. Surprise, surprise there. Easy dodge. Speed 5,
Wait,
4
she doesn't have
endurance.
the old fist check?
No, we're not really efficient.
She's
She
not
can't.
a brute?
She likes to do
I
it.
want to see how the shady
Technology stuff.
contacts theme is
So,
carried over here.
He's carrying a giant gun. She's like fixing her gun, like in the middle
Yeah,
of the
it's
battle. Practical
tech-
salute. Oh, she's got 2 things. Go ahead, Zach.
Battle Technician. For a strain used during your activation, for you or an adjacent friendly figure to claim 1 device token. I don't know.
What is that?
Maybe we'll find out the rest of the card.
Okay.
Practical Solutions. When a figure declares an attack, it may discard 1 device token to apply +1 surge to the attack results. So that's what a device token is.
cool.
She makes your guns better.
She makes the thing. Oh my gosh, that's so great.
Maybe you really need a
Oh,
surge.
it's so flavorful. What
on-
a great class to have in there.
on an
Oh my
attack.
gosh. I cannot
Also,
believe
while
that.
performing an attribute test, a figure may discard 1 device token to re-roll a die.
That is so good.
She's a brilliant engineer, and John is
That's
freaking
so
out.
good.
And when we flip over, she loses her bottom ability. The rest is history. All right.
Oh my gosh.
You like Sasuke?
I love Sasuke. That's like the
Sasuke's
best
good.
thing.
All right, we have a few command cards here that come in the box.
Oh gosh, we still have more stuff to
There's
go.
more, and we're not even covering it all. Woo. First up, Hidden Trap. It's for
Best kind of
Sasuke
trap.
only. This is another reason you might run Sasuke. 2 points, action. Choose a terminal. Each figure he just screams when he reads it. Each figure adjacent to the terminal suffers 2 damage.
So you don't have to be adjacent to this terminal. This can be any terminal in the thing. Someone's over there like, hey, I'm gonna get some command cards next round. You're like, no, you're gonna get damage right now.
Let me tell you a secret. Command cards win games.
Yes.
Terminals are important.
Yes, extremely important.
Being next to terminals when you see Sasuke now, just being like he could just do 2 at any moment.
Changes the way you play the game.
That is crazy.
Love it.
It's a hidden
Absolutely
trap.
love it. Oh, gosh,
All right, now we have
so
Bivs.
good.
2 points, stay down. You can have 1 in your deck. Use after resolving close and personal. If the target was not defeated, perform an additional attack with the same target. Then you become stunned. Are you serious right now? 3 attacks against the same target? This is beyond silly.
That's bonkers. Imagine, all right,
It's rebonkulous.
So let me paint you a picture here, Zach. You go with Vader, right? You're like, hey, Vader, go. And I'm like, well, I've reserved Biv for this very occasion.
This very occasion.
Something happens, Vader is weakened. I know there's a lot of contingencies here.
There are lots of contingencies going on.
Vader's weakened, Biv steps up and just murders him. Like a straight murder.
So the number one thing I'm thinking about with Biv is Luke Skywalker. Models within 3 can reroll an attack die. So,
oh gosh.
Biv's the real deal.
Biv is the real deal. Come on over, Biv. Come hang out with me.
All right, last up. Cruel Strike. 0 cost. You can have 1.
Okay.
And it's 2 things.
It's 2 things.
I think.
Yeah.
No, it's 1 thing. It's 1 thing. Action. Perform an attack. This attack gains Surge for Pierce 1 and Weaken.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
That's real good, Zach.
All right.
I am so impressed with this.
So this is Twin Shadows, the box from Imperial Assault. What we didn't mention, where you get the stat cards of Skirmish, we did mention that actually specifically. Yes. You also get map tiles. New map tiles are going to be in the game. You get a new front and back scenario for Skirmish. You also get 4 new missions for the campaign mode. You get a new rulebook with some new stuff in it, new missions. You get 4 new missions, and you also get a new Imperial class card, class deck, as well as new Imperial, all their agenda cards and whatnot. So,
oh yeah, we kept those secret in case you don't want to let your players.
Yeah,
know.
I mean we don't want to spoil it. I'm the kind of rebel player that doesn't want to know. It's like a total surprise.
Yeah.
So, a phenomenal box. You also get these 10 models: 4 heavy stormtroopers, 4 Tuscans, and both Biv and Sasuke.
Yep.
Incredible. This game
got big just now. These are big, heavy hitters. These are going to make it really dynamic.
I mean, this is a massive release for the game.
Mm-hmm.
Massive release for the game. I think important for every faction. So, excited to see how it pans out. We'll have more Imperial Assault unboxings coming.
We sure will.
And content. Stay tuned. GenCon 2015 is going to be wild. We'll catch you on the next video.
Cannot wait.